Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvati Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyananda, with the grace and unending compassion of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, we welcome you all with our love and respect. We welcome all the devotees, disciples, Kailasa Vasis, Gurukul Balasans, Nithyananda University students, viewers, visitors, Sarvagnapita Ajamans watching us live on Kailasa TV and Kailasa's Nithyananda TV to yet another extraordinary session of Nitya Satsang. We welcome all of you to the official TV programming of Sri Kailasa, the greatest and only Hindu nation in the world. Sri Kailasa is a Hindu nation revived by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Sri Kailasa is dedicated to the preservation, restoration and revival of an enlightened culture and civilization based on authentic Hinduism. We request all of you to enrich yourself with enlightenment and enrich the world with enlightenment. The way that we request you to do that is to start by sharing this satsang, the ultimate truths delivered by Paramashiva himself, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Share this video on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and any other social media platform that you're watching us. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kailasa's Nithyananda, to receive exciting updates about the greatest nation, the greatest Hindu nation, Sri Kailasa. The superconsciousness, the superconscious breakthrough is imminent. Yesterday, in his direct message from Kailasa, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam wanted us to watch a recent science revelation about the universe expanding at a very rapid pace. The expansion is quick. And this is exactly in line with what Swamiji has always been selling, always been telling us, that superconscious breakthrough is happening. This is the sure sign that the superconscious breakthrough is happening right now, and we have all the necessary tools, all the right survival kits to go through this deluge. Swamiji calls this the deluge because the whole Pralaya roughly can be translated as destruction, but it is not really destruction because it offers a unique opportunity. It is a rejuvenative energy, a unique opportunity for us to enter into the breakthrough, the superconscious breakthrough. This deluge is rooted in all the delusory ideas. It will eliminate all the delusory ideas of economy, relationships, even our own identities. The part of the identities that we have constructed based on delusion, all that are going to be eliminated. The only way that we can actually survive is through the process of unclutching. There were 6 methodologies, 6 processes that Swamiji laid out, unclutching being the primary one. And unclutching is actually a very simple yet very, very powerful process that Swamiji has spoken multiple videos, thousands of hours about unclutching, completion, ajapa, the feeling connection, puja, yoga, all of these different paths that can actually lead us into the space of Paramashiva, that can take us through this Pralaya, give us the superconscious breakthrough. Paramashiva has opened the doors. Swamiji said yesterday, the stargate is open. The stargate into superconscious breakthrough is open. And it is for us to enter. Whoever sincerely captures the essence of unclutching, the essence of completion, and follows it, they will be the first to receive the cosmic stimulus package. Just as how the pandemic has prompted many of the governments to kickstart their economies by giving stimulus packages, economic packages. In the same way, Paramashiva himself offering us the cosmic stimulus package is this superconscious breakthrough. To be able to receive it, to become eligible for this, is to align, be in the space of Paramashiva, and intensely, in an integrated way, follow unclutching, follow completion. Now, let's look at Swamiji. Let's watch and listen to Swamiji, giving us the clear path on how we can survive this deluge, how we can go through and enter into the superconscious breakthrough and make the superconscious breakthrough as part of our experience.
All of you to practice more and more unclutching in a deep way. I sincerely want all of you to practice more and more unclutching in a deep way. Help every person in the planet Earth to unclutch. Understand, this is the greatest gift you can give it to you and to others. Last 2 years, I was building this conscious ship and protecting all my Kailasa Vasis and training them for this Pralaya. Now again I tell you, even now it is not too late. I keep my conscious ship doors open. Whoever wants to be physically protected, for sure, get into my Kailasas before things become more worse. If you are not able to physically get into my Kailasa, at least come to this enlightened, organized lifestyle. Understand? God's live organized way. In the Devaloka, God's world, there may be 1 or 2 chaos, 1 or 2 confusion, but being organized is a lifestyle. Small chaos and confusion is exemption. If you perceive universe is organized, you are in the state of Deva, God. If you perceive universe is chaos, you are in the state of demon, devil, Rakshasa. Understand? Even this Pralaya is very organized. I can see even this Pralaya is very organized. Even now, I request all of you, add more and more unclutching. Enrich yourself with unclutching, completion, oneness, ajapa japa of Mahavagya, deep feeling connection, yoga, puja, vegetarian diet, nirahara samyama, and enrich every individual you can reach out, at least with unclutching technique, because the pandemic fatigue is going to be too worst. Understand the psychological impact of this pandemic. This Pralaya is going to be extremely dangerous. Even now I am repeating, this pandemic is not going to swallow even 1% of the world population, but it's going to affect the livelihood of more than 50%, half of the humanity, and it is going to affect the lifestyle of 100% of the humanity. This Pralaya's psychological impact is going to be too strong. Without unclutching, you can't even be mentally balanced, stable person. So unclutching is not luxury. It is survival need now during this pandemic fatigue. Otherwise, the unknown agitation you will go through, you see, to kill a monkey, you don't need to do anything big. A small wound is enough. If you just make a small wound in the monkey's hand or anywhere in the body, he will just scratch that wound, will not allow that wound to heal itself and get infected, get the septic and die. Now, the whole humanity is going to go through the same kind of psychological agitation. Learn unclutching, that is the only way you will save yourself from this pandemic fatigue, delusional arrogance, delusional ignorance, understand? Otherwise, the unknown agitation which is happening in you, out of that unknown agitation, you will make major decisions in your life. Out of temporary agitation, you will make permanent damages. Understand? I'm repeating. This pandemic, this Pralaya, even 1% of the population will not die. The world population is something like roughly 7.8 billion. And 1% is roughly 78 million. 78 million is not going to die. But this Pralaya is going to affect livelihood of the 50% of the humanity and lifestyle of 100% of the humanity. Understand? Learn unclutching. If you are already a disciple, practice more and more unclutching, completion, oneness, ajapa of Mahavagya, deep feeling connection, yoga, puja, vegetarian diet, nirahara samyama, love, organized lifestyle. Be organized. Love organized lifestyle. Life is not difficult if we love organized lifestyle. Do not fall into delusional ignorance and do not hold on to delusional ignorance due to delusional arrogance. This Sarvari Varsha, this year's prediction, Saruvari Andadanil, Sadipadi Nettume, Tiramaru Noyal Tirivargal, Mari Illai, பூமி விளை வெல்லாமற் புத்திரரும் மற்றவரும் ஏமமன்றிச் சாவார் இயம்பு. English translation: whole humanity will be affected by diseases, rains will fail, means I'm not saying there won't be rain, there will be chaos in rain. It will suddenly appear in large quantity and destroy the crop, and suddenly will not be there and kill the crop. In different ways it will fail. Agricultural lands will not yield full produce. Many people will die without having immunity and protection. Understand? Every day, well-known celebrities in every field, entertainment industry, politics, every field, celebrities are openly coming out and declaring that they are having mental breakdown, depression, collapsing. They are not able to handle the quarantine anymore, this Pralaya and its impact anymore. Not just quarantine, all the other impacts of this Pralaya. Because the peer pressure, jealousy and comparison was the fuel, inspiration to run the life for many of the celebrities, whether in the field of politics, entertainment or society, in many fields, practically every field. Why so much of depression, mental breakdown, suicides all over the world? Because the peer pressure, comparison, jealousy, all the thought currents, which was energy, fuel, is suddenly missing. It's not there anymore. The delusion which they needed to run their life is missing. So they do not know the goal of life, the purpose of life. Last 2 years I was insisting to start living only based on intense, powerful cognitions. Even now, oh humanity, I am not angry with you, incomplete with you. You have not allowed me to live with you, that is okay. I am here. I will continue to do my job of supporting you, helping you, serving you to sail through this Pralaya. With powerful cognitions and power manifestation signs. Once the Pralaya settles, the post-Pralaya, I'll open myself and make myself available to the humanity and revive the enlightened civilization Kailasa. I'm just waiting for the Pralaya to settle down. Pralaya will reach the peak by December 14th. And after that, it will start settling down. I'll tell you when it will completely settle down. But till December 14th, it is only going to go up, 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 up. Pralaya is real. Kailasa is real. Kailasa is going to save many people from Pralaya is real. And post-Pralaya, we are going to give a super-conscious breakthrough to humanity is real. We are going to revive the enlightened civilization is real.
The superconscious breakthrough is imminent. It is happening. It is not only just the physical level, but the universe expansion is accelerated. Swamiji says it is the dark energy, the dark matter level, the unmanifest, avyakta swarupa of Paramashiva. That level itself, the expansion is accelerated intensely. Paramashiva's manifest form is the world that we are enjoying, what we are able to see, Vyakta. There is an unmanifest form of Paramashiva, dark matter. The triggering of acceleration of expansion is happening from that dark matter, dark energy. Because scientists are using the same word, dark matter, the word is being used, but the right word, according to Hinduism, is Shuddha Swayam Prakasha Jyoti. Shuddha Swayam Prakasha Jyoti. Self-effulgent, pristine, pure light. Superconscious matter and superconscious energy. This cannot be cognized with just two eyes. If it is, it will be just called dark matter. But when the third eye is awakened, that can cognize the Shuddha Swayam Prakasha Jyoti. What we show as Jyoti in Arunachala and what exists as the unmanifest or Paramashiva, one and the same. This acceleration is from the Abhyakta Sharira of Paramashiva, the unmanifest space of Paramashiva. Now, the superconscious breakthrough is imminent. It has to happen and is happening. The advent of Swamiji on this planet is to facilitate this. The incarnation, the mission of the incarnation is actually to facilitate this. When the whole stimulus package is given, the cosmic stimulus package is given by Paramashiva, he chooses in who to manifest these powers, in who manifesting powers happen, in who the whole package, the conscious awakening can happen first, and they can inspire all human beings all over the world and make it as a ripple effect. Two kinds of people are there. One, the intense people, seekers, integratedly practicing either unclutching or completion, or in any form of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. The Nirvikalpa Samadhi can be in any form, practiced in any form. Swamiji's incarnation on this planet is to initiate, inspire, emanate this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, superconscious breakthrough, to give us the experience continuously, so all of us are able to receive the stimulus package from Paramashiva. The sincere practitioners who practice unclutching or completion, oneness, ajapa-japa of Mahavakya, intense puja, sincere puja, or deep feeling connection with any of these practices that Swamiji has initiated us, we are qualified to receive the large chunk of this stimulus package from Paramashiva himself. Here, Swamiji introduces us to what is oneness according to Hinduism. What is the experience of oneness? Let's watch.
Paramashivoham. What is
Makes you feel more. If your very frequency of existence, your consciousness, you feeling, I am, that existence, ability to be alive, if you feel more with that ability, with that swatantratva, is adding everything to you. And if that expands and you feel expanded, understand, that is what I call oneness. Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
Swamiji declared, within the next 5 years, there will be millions of beings all over the world with extraordinary powers and superconsciousness. The first chunk of superconscious beings are going to be happening, and this stimulus package, we from Kailasa are going to be the people who are receiving the large chunk. Swamiji made a request to all of us to be intensely sincere to the practice of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Do any of these 6 things. Sometimes you want to rotate your muscles and do yoga. Sometimes puja. Sometimes unclutching. Sometimes the practice of oneness. And again, Swamiji gave a beautiful definition of what oneness is. Oneness means you thoroughly, absolutely, with your whole being, knowing that Paramashiva exists, and the core of what you feel as you is a pure reflection of him. You, your Guru who initiated you, and Paramashiva, all 3 are one and the same. Actually, there is no 3, there is only one and the same. Sit in that oneness. That is the ultimate way of experiencing oneness. Only Paramashiva is breathing. He is sitting with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, beautifully with Manonmani in his lap and Abhaya and Varada in Kailasa. His radiation of superconscious energy is you. His breathing is you. His aliveness is you. His life is you. Sit in that oneness. This is what Swamiji defines as oneness. Or do ajapa japa of Mahavakya. When we are engaged in some task, not able to sit in oneness, then do ajapa japa of Mahavakya. Melt down in the deep feeling connection. Whole body melting down in the feeling connection. Watching the oneness capsules. All the body liquids melting down due to intense love. Feeling connections. Or do yoga. Be in one of these states. You will get the large stimulus package from Paramashiva. And not only you will be beautifully sailing through this Pralaya, you will give superconscious breakthrough to yourself and the world. Yoga as a practice, as an experience, is simply cosmic union with Paramashiva himself. It is not just the asanas or even the uniting of the body and the mind. It is cosmic union with Paramashiva himself. Yes, now listen to Swamiji giving us the complete, ultimate definition of what yoga is and what the experience can be.
yoga as religion, that is Hinduism. Yoga as
yoga as religion, that is Hinduism. Yoga as geography, that is Bharat. Please understand, the civilization which started in these Sabda Nadis, Gange cha Yamune cha iva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri. In these 7 rivers, the civilization started. That gave the gift of yoga to the world. We are happy to give this as a gift to the world. But understand, it is rooted in India, in Hindu tradition. Precisely what Sadashiva describes as yoga. He describes yoga as a method, a system, science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness, avasthas, and various dimensions of the universe. Ability to express and explore the various powers, shaktis, and various avasthas, state of consciousness, like Jakrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Turiya, Turyadita, and various planes of consciousness, universe, various planes of universe, like Tapoloka, Satyaloka, Suvargaloka, the various planes. Of course, only the Sakshi Pramana establishes the authenticity. So now, the first level, manifesting various powers and possibilities, in that we are able to provide enough Sakshi Pramana. Soon, by Sadashiva's grace, we will provide Sakshi Pramana for exploring, radiating various states of consciousness and various dimensions of the universe. So yoga, as per Patanjali, is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, means cessation of the compulsive thought current patterns. Yoga, as per Sadashiva, is the science of exploring various powers of Sadashiva, various states of consciousness, and various dimensions of the universe. Soon, we will be able to provide Sakshi Pramana for all Sadashiva declares, as we have provided the first level, the powers and possibilities. We will provide the Sakshi Pramana for states of consciousness and the planes of the dimensions of the universe. It's our commitment to Vedamata and Sadashiva. The greatest contribution I am giving it to the world will be, listen carefully. After 100 years, people will try to do PhD on what is my contribution, what is my greatest contribution. For their PhD, now itself I am giving the thesis. I am giving the solution. My biggest contribution will be, understand, this whole Kailasa, Adi Kailasa, this power manifestation science, the great golden temple of Sadashiva, all that will be in the list. But the first will be thousands of kids made to do yoga, molded bodies through yoga will be my biggest contribution to the world. Understand, if some kid lived in my Gurukul for even 5 years, even if he goes out and gets married, his whole generation will be an enlightened DNA. You don't know what this intense yoga is doing. Just for this morning yoga, thousands of kids will come and stay in my Gurukul. Soon, I will prove how this yoga literally changes their very DNA. Understand, you need to get this important truth. Now what I am talking should be understood very clearly. I think in some 10 or 12 years before I declared, when I was speaking about brahmacharya, your DNA is not defined or concluded based on your parents. Every person with whom you have a sexual relationship, physical relationship, you absorb that person's DNA, whether male or female. I declared at the time, sooner or later, medical science will prove, modern day science will prove what I am declaring, what I am claiming. Very recently, I saw the articles, researchers proving what I declared years ago. Now, I am coming to the next statement. Mahadeva declares at least in 4 places. In 4 places, Mahadeva declares, Mahasadashiva declares very clearly, anybody who does the yoga systematically as per his guidance, literally having cosmic union with him. It is called Mahamudra. Understand? I don't want to get into the deeper details. Understand the statements. It means proper practice of yoga as per Sadashiva's instruction. Mahasadashiva's instruction means imbibing his DNA into you. And I will prove scientifically, when these original verses are chanted and yoga is practiced, when Shaktipada happens, Kundalini is awakened, you imbibe his very DNA. You manifest his very DNA. Especially when young kids practice this yoga properly with this original verse, as per Sadashiva's instruction, their very DNA structure gets transformed to Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva's DNA. I tell you, Mahasadashiva's DNA kids are going to be my highest, greatest contribution. Sooner or later, the science will do thorough study on it and prove to the world.
Just being in any of the 6 spaces, the states, you will get the large stimulus package, a good chunk of the stimulus package, the cosmic stimulus package from Paramashiva. And not only you will be beautifully sailing through this Pralaya, this deluge caused by delusion, you will give superconscious breakthrough to yourself and to the world. Sincerely start doing intense practices and manifest the superconscious breakthrough. Kailasa is not only getting the large stimulus package from Paramashiva, Kailasa is also responsible for enjoying and distributing it. Now, Swamiji is opening the gate, the star gate, the portal of Kailasa for all of us. With the grace of Paramashiva, the star gate is now open. The star gate of Kailasa for all of us to experience the manifest and unmanifest form of Paramashiva, to be in oneness with the universe. Swamiji beautifully said, to experience that space of oneness, surrender your form to Paramashiva's form, your name into Paramashiva's name, your will into Paramashiva's will, your consciousness into Paramashiva's consciousness. Drop all the self-doubt, self-hatred, denial into Paramashiva and sit as Paramashiva. The whole universe, Vyakta, Avyakta, manifests and manifests. And that takes us to the experience of Paramashiva. Opens this target for us to experience a cosmic breakthrough, conscious, superconscious breakthrough. Now, here, in this short clip, Swamiji beautifully lays out how this Pralaya, this deluge, provides the right opportunity, the great news of this Pralaya, how it can be
Pralaya.
the best possible happening at this moment so that we can all experience the superconscious breakthrough.
This Pralaya, which is happening now, has some good news, some great news. There's no bad news. Listen. Good news is your mental setup, the mind you built, is with the mixture of some delusional beliefs, false hopes, false security, blind spots, and some true, powerful, real cognitions. Understand? Your mind is mixture of both. I should say, for a common man, the powerful cognitions is very less percentage. Delusions, hopes, blind spots are all large number of percentage. I'll give you some example for blind spots. People in anger, in rage, sometimes think, come on, let's do it, and face what comes after that. But when after effects, the side effect, the result of what they have done, when it comes, they can't face. That is what I call blind spot based mental setup. Sometimes people make decisions arrogantly. You can see even in Indian movies. Constantly this Indian cinema is teaching violence as heroism. Oh God. So much violence is not required to run your life. But it is so unfortunate, Indian cinema makes you believe only if you are violent, you can survive, which is not true. Raising the negativity, friction among the human beings and encashing the cheap emotions, triggering the cheap emotions and making money. Most cheapest business. I've always seen in this Indian cinemas, the hero will tell, come on, kill that fellow, come what may, we will face it later. Actually, after that, when he is arrested and put in jail, he will not be able to face it. This is exactly they are teaching the Indian youth. Indian youth also behaves the same way. Come on, let's do it and face what comes after that. But after that, when it comes, they will not be able to face. The blind spot based thinking. Listen. All this blind spot based thinking, blind spot based mental system will collapse now in this Pralaya. Actually, non-violence is the real heroism. We should teach our next generation how to take the non-violence and blissful coexistence to your core level. All this violence-centric heroism and violence-centric hero worship stories, everything should be moved away from the next generation. Violence should not be taught as heroism. Making yourself rich, happy, blissful through happy coexistence. That should be the lifestyle, and that is only going to be the future. Youth is not going to believe anymore this violence instigating ideologies. All the blind spot based thinking, delusion based thinking, false idea of security. All this will melt down. All this will melt down. The earlier you remove all this from your life, great for you. Human beings will understand the need for consciousness-based lifestyle through this Pralaya, and earlier the human beings understand, quicker they will sail through this Pralaya, which is happening now. The great deluge.
We invite all of you to share this video once again on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and other social media platforms you're watching us. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kailasa's Nithyananda, to receive exciting updates about Sri Kailasa, the greatest Hindu nation. Enrich yourself with enlightenment and enrich the world with enlightenment. When Paramashiva offers this cosmic stimulus package, he seeks out the seekers, the sincere, integrated seekers, and offers it to them so that they can share it with others. They can experience it and they can also share it with others. So a ripple effect is created all over the world and a superconscious breakthrough happens for the entire cosmos. The superconscious breakthrough is imminent. It is happening. And even the recent science has acknowledged it in its own way that the universe is expanding at a very, very rapid pace. This is a sure sign of the whole cosmos going through this conscious breakthrough, and individually, all of us going through that exact same breakthrough. This Pralaya, as Swamiji mentioned, is going to be the opportunity, the window for all the incompletions to show up, all the incompletions to just be smoked out, so that they can also be brought to a completion. They can also reach their own completion and become liberated. All the karmas, all the incompletions are going to come out. Anything that has been built on deluded ideas, on delusion, is actually going to collapse. The world economies, the greatest economies, the share markets, the way that countries have built themselves, their politics, their structures, parliamentary structures, all of them. Only the conscious-based living that you can experience through the process of unclutching. Unclutching is the only survival technique. In fact, Swamiji gave all these 6 processes, any of these techniques that we can rest ourselves in and experience the space of oneness with Paramashiva, that can directly take us in the space of Paramashiva. How yoga or ajapa japa or feeling oneness with feeling connection, all of that can become an opportunity for us, a means for us to experience the superconscious breakthrough, for us to be prepared, to prepare ourselves, to align ourselves, to be in that space. When Paramashiva opens up the package, the cosmic stimulus package, it's going to be the Kailasa Vasis who will receive it the first, Swamiji said, and they will have the responsibility to share it with the whole world. Enriching is a unique opportunity again to realize our own enlightenment, to ensure that our enlightenment is reached and the peak possibility opens up for all of us. Now, there are multiple techniques that Swamiji has given. Unclutching for one, and to join the process of unclutching, to be in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, initiated the global Akhanda Nirvikalpa Dhyana Samadhi Yajna, which allows all of us to become part of this grand movement, the Minutes for Peace movement, where 24 hours, 7 days, people from all over the world, around 50 countries, sit together in the space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, in unclutching, and contribute their time and effort to the space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Now this, in one day, on the 69th day, has contributed to 33,960 minutes, with 50 countries participating and 566 people sessions happening all over the world. Now, every zone starts with chanting of the Mahavakya, and then Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, and then sitting in the process of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Free introductory meditation classes are also available, and no prior experience is necessary. So we can log on to kailasa.tv/Minutes for Peace and join the Minutes for Peace movement. The Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Swamiji beautifully explained, the beauty of Hinduism is it does not claim exclusivity of the experience or enlightenment. Everywhere, sincere people receive the Samadhi, superconscious breakthrough and enlightenment. In fact, Swamiji's incarnation on this planet is to initiate, inspire and emanate this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, to give all of us the experience continuously. So all of us receive that stimulus package from Paramashiva. Paramashiva seeks the seekers. He bombards them with the superconscious breakthrough. Within the next 5 years, there will be millions of beings all over the world with extraordinary powers and superconsciousness. The first chunk of these superconscious beings are going to be happening, and the stimulus package, we from Kailasa are going to be the ones who will receive the large chunk. Being intensely sincere in the practice of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, any of these 6 things, yoga or puja or unclutching, practicing of oneness, and the oneness has been redefined beautifully. It is sitting absolutely with our whole being, knowing that Paramashiva exists, and the core of what we feel as us is a pure reflection of Him. The core of what we feel as us is a pure reflection of Him. So, you, your Guru, and Paramashiva, all 3 are one and the same. There is no 3, there is only one and the same. Sitting in that experience is oneness. Only Paramashiva's breathing. Only He is sitting with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, beautifully with Manonmani in his lap, and Abhaya and Varada in Kailasa. His radiation of superconscious energy is you. His breathing is you. His aliveness is you. His life is you. Sitting in that oneness. That is what Swamiji defines as the oneness experience. Ajapajapa of Mahavakya, or melting down in deep feeling connection, or watching the oneness capsules. All the body liquids melting down due to intense love, the feeling connections, or performing yoga. Any of these states allows us, makes us eligible to receive the Paramashiva's package. We'll be beautifully sailing through this, and we'll also be sharing it with all the whole world. Sincerely doing this practice and manifesting this breakthrough. Kailasa is not only getting the Lord's stimulus, it will be responsible for enjoying and distributing it. Now, the stargate is open. The portal for Kailasa, for all of us. With the grace of Paramashiva, the gate, the stargate for Kailasa is open, so that we can experience the manifest and unmanifest form of Paramashiva. Now, this is how Swamiji prepared us, surrendering our form to Paramashiva's form, our name into Paramashiva's name, our will into Paramashiva's will, our consciousness into Paramashiva's consciousness. Beautifully, the whole experience, sitting as the universe, as Paramashiva himself, and experiencing the Vyakta and Avyakta, manifest and manifest forms of Paramashiva himself. That ultimately is the owner's experience. Take us directly to the space of unclutching, to the space of completion. Beautifully, this is the process that allows us, that makes us eligible to receive the ultimate from Paramashiva himself. When Swamiji asked about enriching, he, in his Guru Purnima address, he says, enriching yourself and enriching others into enlightenment, into living enlightenment. It's not a moral advice, but more a spiritual methodology for enlightenment. Here, Swamiji is expanding on the concept of enriching, how that can be the ultimate experience of
contributors may be part of the list.
Experiencing unclutching, not only for ourselves, but for the whole world.
End of the day, contributors may be part of the list.
False allegations, accusations does not stand. That all that does not stand. I have seen so many people. To become popular, they will attack some popular figure. So that along with that popular figure's name, your name also will appear. You become popular. But how many days those popularities will stand? No. Only contributors stand in history. Understand? You can go on cooking up false allegations, false stories, false theories, try to get false evidences, do all kinds of abuse. But how long it will stand? It can't, it won't. Contribution, understand? If you see my life, 41 years, 20 years of recorded life, I have continuously, intensely contributed to people's consciousness. Years of life, 20 years is recorded, documented from 2000. It's almost documented. See the whole documentation. In the 20 years, I don't know whether 30% or 40% of the days we have video record of me sitting 20 hours, 18 hours continuously and talking to people, initiating people, giving energy darsans, giving spiritual counseling, healing, continuous contribution. Understand? This documented life, 20 years. The amount of work I have contributed, and the temples, centers, ashrams built everywhere. Understand? Contribution stands. That makes you complete blissful. People who try to attack me and get popularity, name and fame, they may try to cook up all these false things and have 1 or 2 days of popularity. But what's the use of that? That's not going to help you forever in the life in any way. Contributing to the world. Real contribution to the consciousness of the humanity. That makes you part of the history. Understand? Listen carefully. When you decide to contribute to the universe, to the Jagat, to the humanity, Ishvara manifests through Jiva, self. Ishvara, God, manifests through Jiva, self, when the self, Jiva, decides to enrich the universe, world, humanity. Understand? Enriching and empowering life positive is not just moral or good advice, good attitude. No, it is a spiritual methodology for enlightenment. When you give one free meal, your stomach gets pure. Listen. When you give one free meal, your stomach gets pure. Your guts gets cleaned. You decide to give your own meaning for this statement. What I made is the ultimate truth. In every level, enriching, contributing, life positive. In your business ethics, in your relationships, in your responsibility, in your everything. Enriching, enriching, enriching makes you manifest powers. I tell you, it makes you manifest powers. It is a straight way to live in Kailasa and reach Kailasa. I want to tell this to my sannyasis. All my sannyasis and adinavasis, Kailasavasis, listen. Every minute you are active and enriching and contributing, you will be showered by Paramashiva, fulfillment and completion and enlightenment. And your purpose of life will be fulfilled. Laziness is the devil. Contribution, enriching is Paramashiva's energy. Don't think you need to be monitored and driven. Contributors are blessed by Paramashiva. Paramashiva continuously showers on contributors. Actively contributing, you will manifest more and more powers and blessings.
It is now time to prepare for the superconscious breakthrough. To be in the space of Upanishad with His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let us make a conscious decision to be in the space of deep listening with the simple integrity to Swamiji, that we are here, open and available to receive the revelations of Paramashiva, for Shakti Pada to happen. Let us chant the Mahavakya initiated by Swamiji. Let's sit in Padmasana, sitting straight, and chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
சொன்ன சூத்திரம் அது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு வேத சாஸ்திரம். பக்தியுடன் பாடிடும் பிரார்த்தனையும் சோஸ்திரம் நித்யனவன் காலடியில் கொண்டு நம்ம சேர்த்திடும். பக்தியுடன் பாடிடும் பிரார்த்தனையும் சோஸ்திரம் நித்யனவன் காலடியில் கொண்டு நம்ம சேர்த்திடும். செய்யும் அந்த தியானம் அது சித்தம் தெளிவாக்கிடும். சித்தம் தெளிவாக அது தெய்வீகத்தை கூட்டிடும். செய்யும் அந்த தியானம் அது சித்தம் தெளிவாக்கிடும். சித்தம் தெளிவாக வேகத்தை கூட்டிடும். சக்தியெல்லாம் தேடி வரும் ஞானமும் தான் கூடிவிடும். சக்தியெல்லாம் தேடி வரும் ஞானமும் தான் கூடிவிடும். நித்யானந்தன் சொன்ன சூத்திரம் அது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு வேத சாஸ்திரம். நித்யானந்தன் சொன்ன சூத்திரம் அது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு வேத சாஸ்திரம். சொந்தமாக்க எண்ணி விட சேர்ந்திடாம ஓடிடும். தென்றலாக வீசிடும் தேகந்தா சிலிர்த்திடும். சொந்தமாக்க எண்ணி விட சேர்ந்திடாம ஓடிடும். கைகளும் துறக்க அது கனிவுடனே நிறைஞ்சிடும். இதயத்துக்குள்ள இனிதாக வரும் ஆனந்தம். கைகளும் துறக்க அது கனிவுடனே நிறைஞ்சிடும். இதயத்துக்குள்ள இனிதாக வரும் ஆனந்தம். சக்தியெல்லாம் தேடி வரும் ஞானமும் தான் கூடிவிடும். சக்தியெல்லாம் தேடி வரும் ஞானமும் தான் கூடிவிடும். நித்யானந்த சொன்ன சூத்திரம் அது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு வேத சாஸ்திரம். நித்யானந்த சொன்ன சூத்திரம் அது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு வேத சாஸ்திரம். என்பதும் வெளியில் தானே உள்ளதுன்னு வீணாகத்தான் தேடினோம். சொர்க்கலோகம் என்பதும் நரகலோகம் என்பதும் வெளியில் தானே உள்ளதுன்னு வீணாகத்தான் தேடினோம். கொண்ட எண்ணம் தானே அந்த நிலைய நமக்கு காட்டிடும். எண்ணம் தெளிவாக மன சொர்க்க வாழ்வை கண்டிடும். கொண்ட எண்ணம் தானே அந்த நிலைய நமக்கு காட்டிடும். எண்ணம் தெளிவாக மன சொர்க்க வாழ்வை கண்டிடும். சக்தியெல்லாம் தேடி வரும் ஞானமும் தான் கூடிவிடும். சக்தியெல்லாம் தேடி வரும் ஞானமும் தான் கூடிவிடும். நித்யானந்தன் சொன்ன சூத்திரம் அது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு வேத சாஸ்திரம். நித்யானந்த சொன்ன சூத்திரம் அது எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு வேத சாஸ்திரம்.
Paramashiva Sri Nithyananda
Paramashiva Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva 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 Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva 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 Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paramashiva.
ஆண்டிருந்தால் ஏமாற்றமே மிஞ்சிட்டு மனமே மாயை என்று நித்யானந்த சொன்னது மிகையாய் ஆண்டிருந்தால் ஏமாற்றமே மிஞ்சிட்டு மீளாத ஆனந்தமும் சேரும் உன் கட்டிறந்து மனமே வரும் இல்லை என்று ஏற்றுக்கொள்வது மீளாத ஆனந்தமும் சேரும் உன் கட்டிறந்து மனமே வரும் இல்லை என்று ஏற்றுக்கொள்வது நித்திய மந்திரமாச்சு வாழ்வின் அனந்த யந்திரமாச்சு நித்திய மந்திரமாச்சு வாழ்வின் அனந்த யந்திரமாச்சு ஆடலாம் பாடலாம் உண்டாடலாம் ஆனந்தமாய் நித்திய நவன் பாதை வாழலாம் தியானமாம் நித்திய தந்த பாதை தன்னிலே ஆட்டமுடன் பாட்டமோடு ஆனந்தமாய் கொண்டாடவே அன்மையான கூடுமே வாழ்வே நித்யானந்தமாகுமே அன்மையான கூடுமே வாழ்வே நித்யானந்தமாகுமே நித்யானந்த சத்குருவின் காலடியை பற்ற மற்ற எண்ணமெல்லாம் ஓடிவிடுமே மனம் கொண்ட எண்ணமோட குரு நித்திய நவன் சக்தி அது வாழ்வில் பெரும் மேன்மை தருமே
நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யா
ஞானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவ சமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பராசக்தி மத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்ய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். I welcome you all, my love. I welcome all the living, practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapeta Kartas, Yajaman, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanedar Kota, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Kailasa e-Gurukul students, Kailasa's NHU students, and Paramashiva Ganas, all the Paramashivoham season 8 participants who have logged in from all over the world having Nayanadiksha, and everyone sitting with us through Kailasa TV, Kailasa's NTV, Kailasa's HNTV, and other social media platforms. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Faltering in diagnosis of the root cause of the problems is source of delusion. Understand, when you have a stomach pain, if you falter, miss in diagnosing what is the problem, why is that problem, you will never find the right solution. You will never quickly solve the problem. One has to find the real reason for the problem. Understand, it is too simple in the life to get into delusion. Please listen carefully. If you are having continuous arguments with your spouse, fight with your spouse, problem is too simple. You have something seriously wrong in your stomach. Start taking neem juice. Don't plan for divorce. Don't go for dating sites. Go for neem juice. Because if you find the new partner, again you are going to be doing the same thing with him or her if you have not changed your stomach. The constant irritation, frustration you feel starts in your Manipuraga. Find the real reason for problems. 10 days, be without irritation, anger in the stomach, frustration, grounded or rooted in stomach, in a relaxed way with the neem juice and arita. All these I call superfood. You will suddenly see 90% of the problem between you and your spouse has disappeared. They become irrelevant. Your inability to stand you, your inability to handle you, bust out. I'm giving you one small example. In every level, the wrong diagnosis, for example, if you want freedom, you are feeling suffocated and you want to be free from this suffocation, don't go for choices. Choices is not freedom. Work on breaking the suffocation. Now you can't even go for vacations to feel relieved. All vacations, Corona Teetpach. All choices, Corona Teetpach. All options, Corona Teetpach. Now the only option left for you is working inside. And I am telling you, it is too simple and too easy. Real people build inner space. Listen, real people build inner space. Fake people blame outer place. I tell you, there are some things you need to do only in the outer world, like eating. anything to maintain your physical body. Like working out, yoga, gym, all these you will have to do in the physical world. But unfortunately, all this we always do in the mental world. Mentally, we strongly again and again imagine, plan, get even a blueprint of how you are going to work out every day and how you are with the six-pack and 18-inch biceps. You even buy all the running shoes, all the accessories needed, multiple brands sometimes. Some things which you have to do physically, you go on be imagining about it. Many things which you need to do mentally, consciously building the ability to see what is the real suffering and what is imaginary suffering. Having that much of inner silence, inner space to see what is really the goal of your life and what will really expand your need for life. I tell you, freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. I'm defining freedom. Freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. Actually, you are free. You can manifest the life you want just like that. Why don't you understand? I am the living example. I want to stand on the top of the world and scream, which I am literally doing now. Standing on the top of the world, Kailasa, and screaming, "Oh, human beings, because you have a consciousness, which is my own reflection, you are all free and you are all empowered to manifest the life as you want. Anything else, all other alternative beliefs you are carrying, your impossibility, everything is the brainwashing done to you for the people, by the people who are planning to exploit you. Dun, 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 dun. This is exactly what to do. Anyone makes you feel you can't manifest the life you wanted is planning to exploit you. I tell you, your SDHD really does not matter. Your conscious decision matters. For example, I give you an example. Somebody, he decides today onwards, I will consciously surrender myself to Paramashiva and manifest Paramashiva in me. Then naturally self-doubt and hatred and denial, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial will wake up and say, what are you talking? You, Paramashiva? Paramashiva means he's a creator, destroyer, liberator. He does all the 5 action. He creates, he maintains, he destroys, he pulls out of depression, delusion, and he liberates. How can you be Paramashiva? That your self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, all that will stand up and start jumping. I tell you, your inner miniature version of your mother-in-law is your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. It will just jump. I'm telling you, consciously your life never ever gets touched by the impact, effect of self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. Listen carefully. Only mentally you attack yourself, stop yourself and tie yourself in your couch and start doing Nidra Devata Puja. Nidra Devi Samadhi. Listen. The beauty of your consciousness is it does not get affected even by death. Then can it be affected by your stupid self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial? Eh, loose. Lusani. Please understand, I am talking something scientifically scientific. Cosmic science. Your existence, what you feel as you consciously, does not get disturbed, shaken, even when your body is pulled out of you. When your mind is pulled out of you, it doesn't get shaken by anything being pulled out of you. Listen, I am not brainwashing you. Keeping Mahadeva, Paramashiva as a witness, I am revealing his inner space. How he is inside, I am opening it to all of you. I am just opening a door for all of you to experience Paramashiva's inner space. I am telling you, just internalize this. Your balance sheet will go up. You will take amazing business decision. You will take enlightened business decisions, enlightened relationship decisions, enlightened health decisions, enlightened life strategies. Your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial does not impact you. It does not have a stay over you. When you torture yourself with your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, you become demon. I have always seen people who torture themselves become murderers. strength because you can get involved with the life is freedom. Having a son or daughter, kid, does not make you father or mother. The feeling, experience you have by knowing you can get involved with that kid's life and mold it beautifully in an enlightened way, that makes you father or mother. Ability to get involved in your responsibility builds your career. Ability to get involved with your guru and his sangha makes you enlightened. Ability to make enlightened decisions about your health makes you live healthy and long. See, life is all about the diagnosis and solution. Not having blind spots in your diagnosis or making enlightened decisions or executing those enlightened decisions. That's all life is all about. The physics, chemistry, biology of this Pralaya, this pandemic happening, is rooted in delusion. Do not allow delusion. Do not allow delusion. I'll give you examples for delusion. 1. False diagnosis. The real problem is you having headache, but falsely diagnosing your spouse is responsible for all your sufferings. You just need a cup of coffee, not diverse lawyer or dating site. Stop false diagnosis. Always first choice should be looking inside for the cause of the problem, and solution for the problem is enlightened way of living. Understand? If you are not able to find any reason for your problems, cause and solution inside, then start looking for outside. But first, looking inside for the source and cause of the problem and solution is enlightened living. False diagnosis is delusion. That's first. Next, I know the solution, but I am not able to do it. That is the delusional arrogance. Understand? delusional arrogance looks like almost humbleness, but extreme demonic violence. Listen. Ravana knows the solution is simply return Sita to Rama. But delusional arrogance. Shishubala knows, just shut the mouth and stop abusing Krishna. But delusional arrogance. I tell you, stop delusion and delusional arrogance. Stop delusion and delusional arrogance. I am repeating. If you rightly diagnose cause of your one problem inside and decide to work to solve it, suddenly Paramashiva gives you so much energy, you will solve 10 of your problems. I tell you, this Pralaya, Paramashiva is opening the stargate of Kailasa to liberate billions. Actually, he is waiting to liberate all of us. Otherwise, he would not have sent me here. Especially with so much of torture and suffering, attacks, he will not be keeping me alive still if he does not have a purpose. I tell you, I am useless for myself and for the world other than giving liberation. I am only useful for only one thing. I can liberate people, that's all. I have no other use. If he is keeping me alive, he wants to do the job. That is why he is keeping me alive. Understand? The only thing I can do, I can sit like this in Padmasana for 20 hours a day and go on liberating people, initiating people. I am useful only for that. And how much Paramashiva has to be actively involved and strategize to protect me, I only know. Because there is so many people, so many gangs trying to assassinate me and destroy and do so many things. Paramashiva has to constantly strategize to protect me, keep me alive. And constantly he has to strategize to make me available to you all. If he is doing so much, be very clear, he loves the world, he loves humanity, he really wants to liberate human beings. I am a love statement from Paramashiva. I am a proposal of love to humanity from Paramashiva. Will you get enlightened? Will you become me? Understand? I am just a loud, clear statement from Paramashiva to the whole humanity. Will you become me? That's the only usefulness Paramashiva has. I think that's the only reason he's keeping me alive, because keeping me alive is really, really costly. He has to directly get involved, handle everything. Please listen. This Pralaya is a most beautiful opportunity for you to get enlightened, have superconscious breakthrough. As I said, within next 5 years, millions will be walking around the planet Earth, radiating superconscious breakthrough, manifesting powers of Paramashiva, state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness of Paramashiva, Kailasa of Paramashiva. And I tell you, even little bit of spiritual practice, you get the first share of superconsciousness. You get the lion's share of the stimulus check of superconsciousness. Just like countries do the stimulus plans for economical revival, stimulus packages for economical revival, the post-COVID situation, how the top corporate companies receive the lion's share, same way, even little bit of spiritual practice, either practicing Nirvikalpa Samadhi, unclutching, completion, Purnatva, oneness, Suddhadvaita, Ajapa Japa of Mahavagya, deep feeling connection, bhakti. Any of this will intensely make you manifest Paramashiva. Not only you can sail through this Pralaya, you can have super conscious breakthrough using this great opportunity. I want all of you to watch this video once more. I want this truth to be engraved in you. Not only universe is expanding, the expansion is accelerated. I am telling you all this for last so many years. That acceleration is the superconscious breakthrough actually happening from the avyakta component of Paramashiva, unmanifest of Paramashiva. The superconscious breakthrough has started already. whoever just raises will receive it immediate. Small story. A doctor and lawyer both faced a bear face to face. Lawyer immediately started running. Doctor shouted, "Do you think you can outrun the bear?" Lawyer said, "No, I have to outrun you, not the bear." Same way, you just have to outrun the common mass, that's all. Because Paramashiva is going to pick and choose the best. If you just outrun the common mass, that is enough. He will simply shower on you. You just have to be a little more unclutched than the common man. Even little spiritual practice can give you a great superconscious breakthrough. Especially when the situation of Pralaya is happening and expansion of the universe is accelerated. I want all of you to watch this video once more. Please watch it carefully and understand this one line. The punchline of this video is not only universe is expanding, the expansion is accelerated. Watch.
You are looking at the most detailed three-dimensional map of the universe known to humankind, and it's called the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. Scientists from around the world have just completed a 20-year-long survey of the night sky, measuring the positions and distances of more than 4 million galaxies and quasars. This detailed map will help scientists shed light on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on a journey from the local stars to the largest scales of our universe. Beyond the local stars that draw familiar constellations in the night sky in the neighborhood of the Earth, in addition to our own Milky Way, billions of galaxies are spread throughout the observable universe. Moving faster than light, we will take you through space in a journey from our place in the Milky Way all the way out to the large-scale structures of the visible universe, and we'll tell you about how we're mapping it out. Since 1998, the scientific community has realized that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This unexpected acceleration constitutes one of the major conundrums in physics. From a theoretical perspective, the acceleration may be accounted for by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy, or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity, called general relativity. In the same year, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey was launched to tackle this enigma of the accelerating expansion of the universe. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey is a vast collection of the angular positions of galaxies observed in the sky, as well as their distances from us, determined by observing the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In this new map of our universe, the large dark patches are mostly regions obscured by the Milky Way that cannot be observed. During the last 20 years, through 4 exploratory phases, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey has created the most detailed 3-dimensional maps of the universe. To achieve this, it focused on different classes of galaxies: nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distant star-forming galaxies, and superluminous distant active galaxies called quasars. The 4th and latest Sloan survey took place from 2014 till 2020. During this time, the new project called the Extended Baryon Oscillation Spectroscopic Survey, or EBOS for short, continued previous Sloan mapping of the extragalactic sky and just recently finished measuring distances for 1 million galaxies and quasars. These successive surveys allow scientists to trace the large-scale structures of the universe up to a fraction of its horizon, represented by the cosmic microwave background emission, seen here as a colorful pattern projected onto a sphere. The cosmic microwave background is the thermal relic of the universe, which dates back to about 400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Adding the EBOS data to the previous Sloan exploratory phases 1, 2, and 3, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey now has a database of 4 million galaxies and quasars, assembling the largest and most complete 3D map of the universe to date. This unprecedented achievement provides scientists with new tools for shedding light on dark energy and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe. You are looking at the most detailed three-dimensional map of the universe known to humankind, and it's called the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. Scientists from around the world have just completed a 20-year-long survey of the night sky, measuring the positions and distances of more than 4 million galaxies and quasars. This detailed map will help scientists shed light on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on a journey from the local stars to the largest scales of our universe. Beyond the local stars that draw familiar constellations in the night sky in the neighborhood of the Earth, in addition to our own Milky Way, billions of galaxies are spread throughout the observable universe. Moving faster than light, we will take you through space in a journey from our place in the Milky Way all the way out to the large-scale structures of the visible universe, and we'll tell you about how we're mapping it out. Since 1998, the scientific community has realized that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This unexpected acceleration constitutes one of the major conundrums in physics. From a theoretical perspective, the acceleration may be accounted for by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity, called general relativity. In the same year, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey was launched to tackle this enigma of the accelerating expansion of the universe. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey is a vast collection of the angular positions of galaxies observed in the sky, as well as their distances from us, determined by observing the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In this new map of our universe, the large dark patches are mostly regions obscured by the Milky Way that cannot be observed. During the last 20 years, through 4 exploratory phases, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey has created the most detailed 3-dimensional maps of the universe. To achieve this, it focused on different classes of galaxies: nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distant star-forming galaxies, and superluminous distant active galaxies called quasars. The 4th and latest Sloan survey took place from 2014 till 2020. During this time, the new project called the Extended Baryon Oscillation Spectroscopic Survey, or EBOS for short, continued previous Sloan mapping of the extragalactic sky and just recently finished measuring distances for 1 million galaxies and quasars. These successive surveys allow scientists to trace the large-scale structures of the universe up to a fraction of its horizon, represented by the cosmic microwave background emission, seen here as a colorful pattern projected onto a sphere. The cosmic microwave background is the thermal relic of the universe, which dates back to about 400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Adding the EBOS data to the previous Sloan exploratory phases 1, 2, and 3, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey now has a database of 4 million galaxies and quasars, assembling the largest and most complete 3D map of the universe to date. This unprecedented achievement provides scientists with new tools for shedding light on dark energy and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe. You are looking at the most detailed three-dimensional map of the universe known to humankind, and it's called the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. Scientists from around the world have just completed a 20-year-long survey of the night sky, measuring the positions and distances of more than 4 million galaxies and quasars. This detailed map will help scientists shed light on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on a journey from the local stars to the largest scales of our universe. Beyond the local stars that draw familiar constellations in the night sky in the neighborhood of the Earth, in addition to our own Milky Way, billions of galaxies are spread throughout the observable universe. Moving faster than light, we will take you through space in a journey from our place in the Milky Way all the way out to the large-scale structures of the visible universe, and we'll tell you about how we're mapping it out. Since 1998, the scientific community has realized that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This unexpected acceleration constitutes one of the major conundrums in physics. From a theoretical perspective, the acceleration may be accounted for by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity, called general relativity. In the same year, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey was launched to tackle this enigma of the accelerating expansion of the universe. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey is a vast collection of the angular positions of galaxies observed in the sky, as well as their distances from us, determined by observing the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In this new map of our universe, the large dark patches are mostly regions obscured by the Milky Way that cannot be observed. During the last 20 years, through 4 exploratory phases, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey has created the most detailed 3-dimensional maps of the universe. To achieve this, it focused on different classes of galaxies: nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distant star-forming galaxies, and superluminous distant active galaxies called quasars. The 4th and latest Sloan survey took place from 2014 till 2020. During this time, the new project called the Extended Baryon Oscillation Spectroscopic Survey, or EBOS for short, continued previous Sloan mapping of the extragalactic sky and just recently finished measuring distances for 1 million galaxies and quasars. These successive surveys allow scientists to trace the large-scale structures of the universe up to a fraction of its horizon, represented by the cosmic microwave background emission, seen here as a colorful pattern projected onto a sphere. The cosmic microwave background is the thermal relic of the universe, which dates back to about 400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Adding the EBOS data to the previous Sloan exploratory phases 1, 2, and 3, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey now has a database of 4 million galaxies and quasars, assembling the largest and most complete 3D map of the universe to date. This unprecedented achievement provides scientists with new tools for shedding light on dark energy and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe.
Listen. Directly, by the grace of Paramashiva, with a deep devotional commitment to Mahaganapati, Mahanandi, the gods and goddesses of Kailasa, and Paramashiva himself, Paramashiva himself is opening the space of Kailasa for all of us, letting all of us experience his space. Come on. Sit in a simple, unclutched way. If you already learned unclutching, initiated into unclutching, if you have watched any one of my video describing unclutching elaborately and understood, started practicing, then I can assure you are initiated. Sit in an unclutched way. Or you are a person, have intense feeling connection. You can't close your mouth. The moment you see my photograph or satsang or video, it goes automatically and it stays there. Till the screen shuts, mouth can't shut. If you are that kind of a being, the most beautiful, I tell you, even now, when I just see Arunagiri Yogeshwara's deity, it's literally me, my own reflection, or I should say, I am his reflection. But even now, when I see the deity, the way my lips will reach ears and goes up, or even when I utter the word Arunagiri Yogeshwara, when I even start talking about him, the way the lips goes to my both the ears and my eyes became watery and the whole, the body fluids, how they start melting down. If you are that kind of being, just sit in that feeling connection. If you are a person with a deep completion, sit in that Paramashanta Swarupa completion, that Purnatva. Any one state is enough for me to guide you and take you through the stargate into the portal of Kailasa and give you the experience of Kailasa. You don't need much punya to enter into Kailasa. Devotion is more than enough. Only Swarga needs a lot of punya. To enter into Kailasa, just if you have given one handful of rice to me or one small coconut to my photograph, that's more than enough. The gates of Kailasa will open. Because Kailasa does not look at the merit or punya, it looks at devotion. You don't even have to give physically a coconut. If you mentally offer a handful of rice or a coconut, or mentally you just visualize, I offer this banana with the devotion to you. Oh, my Guru, take me to Kailasa. Oh, Paramash, open the doors of Kailasa for me. That is more than enough. Kailasa does not need your valuables. It only needs your devotion. Actually, your valuables are not valued there. It's your devotion only helps you stay there. So just simple conscious decision. Paramashiva, here I am. Please manifest through me. I tell you. Now, especially due to this accelerated expansion of the universe, from the avyakta, unmanifest form of Paramashiva, that intense energy is seeping through the vyakta, manifest. It's just oozing out. Today I'll guide you all beautifully with the grace of Paramashiva into Kailasa. With the Dhyana Sloka of Paramashiva. Just sit. You can sit either unclutched, practicing unclutching, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, or practicing oneness, Shuddhadvaita, or practicing Japa of Mahavagya, or practicing completion. Any one of this is okay. Just sit. Literally, you will be in Kailasa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bow down, Paramashiva Ganapati. Bow down, Nandish, guardian of Kailasa space. I bow down to Mahakala Bhairava, Veerabhadra, Parashak, all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As Paramashiva, inhale and exhale deeply with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Visualize, meditate, connect with him. He is a living, alive being. Drop your form into his form and dissolve. Remember, you are a Sarupya Mukta, means your form is dissolved into his form. All my disciples, now I am initiating Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Shiva Shrunuta Brahmana Sarve Guhyat Guhyataram Param Asti Meror Utak Bhage Maha Kailasa Parvataha Sambasya Sagunasyayam Sabaktasyendu Maulinaha Samvase Yojananam Cha Vimshat Kodibir Ayataha Tauhatyamedat Vikunam Asyanyeyam Dvijottamaha Navaratnamayam Tasya Madhye Shikaramuttamam Tatralayam Mageshasya Nanaratna Vichitritam Prakarakko Buratala Valayibir Virajitam Tata Simhasane Tatra Mahan Sambhus Sadashivaha Prabulla Kamalollasa Panchavimsanmukhajvalaha Kritananayuyodbasti Panchashatkaramanditāha Prabullaraktambujatta Srinabhyam Shriyuga Vajvalaha Vichitraratnakachitaha Bhushanair Abhibhushitaha Aneka Kodi Suryapaha Paramananda Vigraha Aprakridattanushriman Lakshya Lakshanavarjitaha Yado Vacho Nivartante Aprapta मनसा सह गंगाश्रयजटाजूट चंद्ररेखा विभूषितः भस्मोद्धूलित सर्वांग व्यालयज्ञोपवीतवान् कपालमालाधारी च व्याक्रचर्माम्बरावृतः प्रतिवक्त्रं त्रिनयनः भक्तसर्वार्थसिद्धितः प्रचार्य दक्षिणं भातं कुञ्चयित्वेदरं पदम् अभयं शक्रशूले च टङ्गपाणौ गदाम्बुजे कट्कतोमरशक्तिश्च परशुप्रासपञ्जपान् अलङ्गुसाक्षमालाश्च शूरिकान्द्वजदण्डकौ वज्रगुन्तास्तिदंष्ट्राश्च ग्रगञ्च पिन्दिपालकम् पञ्चविंशतिभिर्हस्तैः ततानो दक्षिणैश्चुभैः वरचावौ मृगं चङ्गम् परश्वतान् मुत्करं डमरुगं कण्ठाम् रुद्रवीणां च पुस्तकम् कपालमुण्डकट्वाङ्गः कुशुण्डिपरिधानपि पलगं पट्टसंवेत्रम् कमण्डलूहुतासनौ कर्तरीं मुसलं पिच्छं पिप्रत्वामैस्तथाकरैः महान् सदाशिवस्योऽयं राजते तत्र पर्वतः surrender your form into his form. Surrender your name into his name. Surrender your being into his being. Surrender your consciousness into his consciousness. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Creation of creation. Creation of maintenance, creation of destruction, creation of delusion, creation of liberation, maintenance of creation, maintenance of maintenance, maintenance of destruction, maintenance of delusion, maintenance of liberation, rejuvenation of creation, rejuvenation of maintenance, rejuvenation of rejuvenation, rejuvenation of delusion, rejuvenation of liberation, deluding creation, deluding maintenance, deluding rejuvenation, deluding the delusion, deluding liberation, liberating creation, liberating maintenance, liberating rejuvenation, liberating delusion, liberation of liberation. Let all these 25 faces of Paramashiva manifest and give darshan to all of us. See the 25 face and 30 and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Paramashiva with Parashakti Manonmani seated on his lap. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Breathe in and breathe out as Paramashiva. Let only Paramashiva prevail. Let only Kailasa be alive. Let only Paramashiva be. Let's all dissolve into Paramashiva. Let only Paramashiva be. Let all these 14 lokas, Tripuras, dissolve in Paramashiva. Let Paramashiva alone prevail. Paramashivoham. 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 Incompletions, insecurities, nothing is needed for you to exist. Paramashiva alone is enough for you to live absolutely, blissfully, celebrating, fulfilled, complete, intensely. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Kailaasa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Shiva Shiva Shrunuta Brahmana Sarve Guhyat Guhyataram Param Asti Meror Utak Bhage Maha Kailasa Parvataha Sambasya Sagunasyayam Sabaktasyendu Maulinaha Samvaseyo Jananam Cha Vimshat Kodibir Ayataha Dauhatyamedat Vikunam Asyanyeyam Dvijottamaha Navaratnamayam Tasya Madhye Shikaramuttamam Tatralayam Mageshasya Nanaratna Vichitritam Prakarakko Puratala Valayibir Virajitam Tata Simhasane Tatra Mahan Sambhus Sadashivaha Prapulla Kamalollasa Panchavimsan Mukhajvalaha Kritanana Yuyodbasi Panchashatkaramanditāha Prabullaraktambujatta Srinabhyam Shriyuga Vajvalaha Vichitraratnakachitaha Bhushanair Abhibhushitaha Aneka Kodi Suryapaha Paramananda Vigraha कृदत्तनु श्रीमान् लक्ष्यलक्षणवर्जितः यदो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह गङ्गाश्रयजटाजूट चन्द्ररेखाविभूषितः भस्मोद्धूलितसर्वाङ्ग व्यालयज्ञोपवीतवान् कपालमालाधारी च व्याघ्रचर्माम्बरावृतः प्रतिवक्त्रं त्रिनयनः भक्तसर्वार्थसिद्धितः प्रचार्य दक्षिणं पादं कुञ्चयित्वेदरं पदम् अभयं चक्रशूले च टङ्गपाणौ गदाम्बुजे खड्गतोमरशक्तिश्च परशुप्रासपञ्जपान् अलङ्गुसाक्षमालाश्च छुरिकान् ध्वजदण्डकौ वज्रगुन्तास्तिदंष्ट्राश्च ग्रगञ्च पिन्दिपालकम् पञ्चविंशतिभिर्हस्तैः ततानो दक्षिणैश्चुभैः वरचावौ मृगं चङ्गम् परश्वतान् मुत्करं डमरुगं कण्ठाम् रुद्रवीणां च पुस्तकम् कपालमुण्डकट्वाङ्गः कुशुण्डिपरिधानपि पलगं पट्टसंवेत्रम् कमण्डलूहुतासनौ कर्तरीं मुसलं पिच्छम् पिप्रत्वामैस्तताकरैः महान् सदाशिवस्योऽयम् राजते तत्र पर्वतः Surrender your form into his palm. Surrender your name into his name. Surrender your being into his being. Surrender your consciousness into his consciousness. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Creation of creation, creation of maintenance, creation of destruction, creation of delusion, creation of liberation, maintenance of creation, maintenance of maintenance, maintenance of destruction, maintenance of delusion, maintenance of liberation, rejuvenation of creation, rejuvenation of maintenance, rejuvenation of rejuvenation, rejuvenation of delusion, rejuvenation of liberation, deluding creation, deluding maintenance, deluding rejuvenation, deluding the delusion, deluding liberation, liberating creation, liberating maintenance, liberating rejuvenation, liberating delusion, liberation of liberation. Let all these 25 faces of Paramashiva manifest and give darshan to all of us. See the 25 face and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Paramashiva with Parashakti Manonmani seated on his lap. Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Breathe in and breathe out as Paramashiva. Let only Paramashiva prevail. Let only Kailasa be alive. Let only Paramashiva be. Let's all dissolve into Paramashiva. Let only Paramashiva be. Let all these 14 lokas, Tripuras, dissolve in Paramashiva. Let Paramashiva alone prevail. Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bless you all. Be in the state of Paramashiva, in the space of Kailasa. I sincerely recommend and request everyone to join the Paramashivoham 16-day online program from 26th July to 10th August. 11th August to 26th August. We have next 2 batches of Paramashivoham. Dates announced today. If you want to learn, master art of unclutching, science of unclutching, science of completion, science of oneness, science of power manifestation, experientially. Please come to Paramashivoham program. You can sign up for Paramashivoham program. The program is based on voluntary Guru Dakshina, voluntary offering traditionally given in Hindu tradition to gurus. But we will not deny anyone access to the program due to economical reason. If you don't have money, we will not be denying the program for you. We request everyone to donate, contribute, but we will not be denying the program and experience for anyone due to monetary reason. So, I welcome everyone, invite everyone, highly recommend and request everyone to attend the next 2 batches of Paramashivoham, 26th July to 10th August, season 9, 11th August to 26th August, season 10, to experience Paramashiva experientially. So with this, I'll move next to my program Paramashiva Ganas. All the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras, all the 4 committed Varnas can attend the next session. The session will be for all the 4 Varnas. After the session for 4 Varnas, there will be one more session only for Brahmanas. So now, we will move to the next session. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनां अवतार भूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।